No
Hamish,
question.
thank you for that. Do we have any questions? No, I think you've made that very clear, and I do remember you being part of the discussion and around the rural free and the formulating of that. So, like you, we were both younger then.
Clearly.
Yes, thank you. So, no, thanks very much, Hamish. There's no questions. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Okay, bye.
Bye. And so now we'll move on to Mrs. Marianne Lynch. And my apologies if I've got your Christian name wrong.
So I'm Mike Lynch speaking today on behalf of my wife Miriam Lynch and myself. I would like to thank,
just say welcome, and your name's Mike, did you say, just for the record? Thank you. And yeah, have you been on for a little while today?
No, not too long.
Okay, well, I'm just procedurally, there'll be a bell going 8 minutes to warn you that time's nearly up, and if you want to leave a couple of minutes for questions. So thank you, and yeah, I'll let you get on with your presentation. The lucky last for today.
Oh, great. I won't keep you then. Just as a correction too, Miriam's name is spelled incorrectly on the submission. It's Lynch. The C's been dropped just on the submission, just as a note. So I'll begin. Together with our 3 children, my wife and I reside at 4 Braeburn Road, Lower Moutere. Our family moved from Christchurch 8.5 years ago. We were not pushed by events in Christchurch over the previous 4 years, but pulled by the prospect of a rural lifestyle in Tasman. This would provide a different and idyllic way of life for us and our children. Our children have been educated in country schools, and we both work in the Lower Moutere and Motueka area, with Miriam owning and running 2 local businesses, providing valuable service and work opportunities for other local people. We have experienced both suburban city living and also rural life, and are in no doubt which one has provided a better quality of life for us and our family. To be clear, a 600-metre square section with our neighbour's boundary mere metres away from us in suburban Christchurch pales in comparison to the life we've built here in rural Lower Moutere. We have made wonderful friendships, including our neighbours, many of whom share the same values as us for a rural life, and have also presented to this hearing over the last few days, expressing their concerns and opposition for the proposed development of T136 in particular. The FDS as a whole provides a good variety of land and housing options for an increasing number of people that seek to reside in this region. It carefully considers the implications of the intensification and green fields around the existing hubs in Tasman Nelson. However, then there is the anomaly of T136 and the subsequent active push by submitter to create a township over productive land. As the draft FDS states on page 46, and I quote, "We do not need this as a growth area to meet demand even under a high growth scenario." If this is the case, then why include T136 in the FDS at all? All this does is create uncertainty for landowners who suddenly find the proposal of a housing development on their rural doorsteps extremely confronting. It would be not as confronting if living on the edge of Richmond, Nelson, or Motueka. Should this proposal, 10 kilometres from any substantial amenities, become a reality, then we will find ourselves once again living a suburban life and all that that entails, including pollution, noise, greenhouse gas emissions, consternation over future zoning and usage. We believe T136 does not meet outcome 10 of the FDS, that is, highly productive land is prioritised. Greenfield land needs diversity. Just because it's not hops and apples doesn't mean it's not productive. Diversity is crucial due to our attachment to a global market and its often fickle fluctuations in wants, needs, and demands. Our community's economy needs to be protected against this. T136 and its neighbouring fields are well-farmed productive land of crops and or grazing. This diversity is needed for protection and global market for New Zealand and the Tasman region. Though not ranked as productive on the scale used in the FDS, this primary productive land is crucial. We believe the cost of development and housing does not meet outcome 4 of the FDS for a variety of housing, including affordable housing, or outcome 6, utilising existing infrastructure efficiently. A housing development on T136 needs huge infrastructure requirement costs, resulting in expensive housing. The land is hilly, requiring huge excavation. There is no water supply, there is no sewage treatment. It is a voluminous catchment area as well, a basin, which adds to the flooding of the Moteri River in extreme weather conditions. Development will add to the speed of this flooding, resulting in the need for extensive mitigation. We witness this every time water gushes from those hills past our property and into the Moteri River. Existing roads are inadequate as they are and will all have to be upgraded. T136 does not meet outcome 1 of the FDS, that is the support of reducing greenhouse emissions. The site is 10 kilometres from Motueka and 30 kilometres from Richmond, making for a lot of extra commuting, resulting in further greenhouse gas emissions. T136 does not meet outcome 3, with access to jobs, amenities and transport. There are few local jobs other than those seasonally, and as already mentioned, it is a commute to Motueka and Richmond with no public transport. Overall, the cost of the development results in expensive housing and the extra cars on the road that do not fit several outcomes for the FDS. The proposal of the FDS of intensification and use of greenfields closer to existing settlements meet the outcomes, and as stated in page 36 of the FDS, meet the growth needs. Intensification will enable a wider range of housing to be delivered, including apartments and terraced houses, which will provide more choices for people. Furthermore, I would now refer you to the Malcolm Consortium submission 13674/1, page 2 of 13. On that page is a map which differs from the FDS and includes our very own property. This has not been discussed with us, and as a result of these hearings, should the Council accept the Malcolm Consortium submission and include it in the final FDS, will we then be given an opportunity to speak to this proposal, which, as I have previously said, differs from what has been proposed by the Council to date? The Malcolm Consortium submission will have grave implications for surrounding landowners who, like us, may be unaware of what has been proposed for their land. In conclusion, we believe that the secondary proposal of the FDS for site T136 should be removed from the FDS, and the Malcolm Consortium submission should not be further considered. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that. Really concise submission, and I'll see if there's any questions. No, very clear. Everyone's saying it's very clear, so understand that. So thank you for your submission. Now I'll just move to a few formalities. Just thank all the submitters that are online today and the staff that have been here and supported us through the day. So appreciate that. And I'll ask, and just in relation to questions that we want further discussed, I think we'll leave that tomorrow with the other two are here, just so everyone should have noted what they want. So we'll do that at some stage tomorrow, hopefully. So with that, I will ask Councillor Ika to do the closing karakia, please.
Tuia ke ronga, tuia ke raro, tuia ke rautou, tuia ke wahu, tuia te hira tanata, ka ronga te pau, ka ronga te ao, humi e, hui e, taki e.
And thank you to the councillors and especially you, Inga. And so the meeting will be adjourned till 1 p.m. tomorrow. Thank you. Yeah.